And inside the locker room, greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. And the starting lineup for Miami, Andrew Wiggins is out there with Powell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, then there's Mitchell, and it's Hero in at the 2. Now here's White. And in the game with Boston, he did not play well. Shot clock at 3, shoots over Hero. White can't hit. And here are the Heat, the motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the Heat. To the left side wing. Chicago passing it around. Pass to White. 4-3. Rebound Miami. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
They had relentless pressure on the ball handlers. It made them feel uncomfortable, and I'm sure they're going to try to replicate that in this one.
Here's Buzelis. Miami making their last shot. Vucevic in the post. Working on Adebayo. Vucevic gets the bucket.
There's a reason Vucevic shoots a great percentage. So adept and skilled at scoring inside.
Mitchell, the pass to Hero. Fires from deep. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Mitchell against Jones. And he buries his first look.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Hero. 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
Yeah, nice handoff by Hero, moving it when the play doesn't get him a shot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Powell. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. Tim, we're in the middle of a grueling NBA season. What's a challenge the fans might not realize?
Well, it's just that grind, B.A., mentally and physically. Trying to find enough rest, trying to stay energized between the years often is the biggest challenge.
They get it again. Buzelis' shot is good.
And as we're starting to see more of Buzelis, his coaches want more of that. Just impacting the glass.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
Chicago making some changes. Herder's checked in for Okoro, and Ayo Dosunmu subbed in for Jones. Jaquez is checked in for Miami. Larson comes in for Mitchell. Hero outside. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played.
He created the opening, he got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
White, good.
Off the catch, White has a very quick release.
Now here's Hero. He's got 5. Here's Jaquez. Pass to Larson. And here's Hero. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Adebayo. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Adebayo's got 6.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Here's Herder. There's a screen. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Three-pointer, Buzelis gets hauled in by the Heat. Hero outside. Fires the three. That shot off. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Miami out in front, up by 2. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
On the court for Miami here in the second. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Also Norman Powell out there. Smith out there with Khalil Ware. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Williams. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Well, not a whole lot of experience, but you watch Jaime Jaquez, Tim, he looks like a 10-year vet out there.
Yeah, B.A., part of that is because he's a 4-year college guy, and now he's plug and play. He's got great footwork, he's tough, and he has a high IQ for the game.
Bulls trail by 5. Dosunmu outside. Outside Carter. The three is up. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Heat leading by 5. Pass to Larson. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Ware. The three-pointer off the mark. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And here's Dosunmu, 15 in his last outing. The rebound by Ware.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
Smith finds Powell. Inside, here's Ware. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
See yourself on the screen. You show off your best abilities. Let's go. Next drive, it's all good. Bring those moves. Oh, yeah.
Group getting ready for Chicago. Buzelis is checked in for Williams. Okoro comes in for Herter. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Jones in for Carter. Miami also changing it up. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Ware. Tyler Hero comes in for Larson. And Mitchell's subbed in for Smith. Here's White. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Hero, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Hero. Three-pointer. Chicago with a rebound.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Now here's Jones. He picked up 10 in his last game. Just 5 to shoot. Smith outside. For 3. Mitchell grabs a miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. If you look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
And even losing big, you have to maintain composure if you want to avoid embarrassment.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. Miami also changing it up. Ware's checked in for Jaquez, and Fontecchio's subbed in for Powell. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Make some noise for your incredible.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Bam Adebayo.
Chicago Lovable.
.133 left in the first half of this game. Pass to Fontecchio. Hero outside. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray. Hero's got 8.
Well, Hero does not lack confidence shooting the basketball, particularly from deep.
Here's Vucevic, pounded by Adebayo. Vucevic against Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock.
Man, it's hard not to foul Vooch inside. He uses all of his size to go after his shots.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And that one falls for Vucevic. And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player, and the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Miami. Norm Powell comes in for Fontecchio.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6. No good with the triple.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Jones feels it out. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Wiggins.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Hero outside. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Off offensive rebound. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Takes an incredible amount of focus and concentration. That's making the most of the possession.
And so it's the Miami Heat in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, where's your team getting its confidence and energy from in that first half?
We're getting a lot of it off our defensive stops, and then once we got into a rhythm, then just started to, just make some tough ones, which, sometimes happens when you see the ball go in.
Defense set the tone, though. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
For Miami, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Miami Heat.
They're moving well on offense, great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they pass the ball into Shaq Ernie, and it never comes back out.
That's why they call me the Shaq Hole.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. This is the most they've led, 13 points. White and Okoro are the wings. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Powell for three. Buzelis grabs the board. Well, Chicago's shooting only 27% for today's game. Powell with a steal. Pass to Hero. Back to Powell. Adebayo sets a screen. Another miss by Powell.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Here's Okoro. He can't get that one to fall. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Wiggins finds Mitchell. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Powell. Fires the three. Another miss by Powell.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first three.
Jones in the post. Checked by Mitchell. White against Hero. 6 to shoot. Chicago passing it around. The three from Okoro. Rebound Miami. Pass to Powell. Three-pointer. Buries it from three. Powell's got his third bucket of the night. Tim, so many different offensive systems in the NBA. You have a personal favorite to watch?
Yeah, I think I've got a soft spot in my heart for those systems that involve player movement and ball movement, particularly trying to get shooters looks off of screens.
I love the .5 offenses, in and out of the hands, moving the ball fast.
No doubt about it, very difficult to defend.
A chance here to see the Eastern Conference standings. Guys, we've certainly seen some interesting midseason storylines. You look at the Heat, a decent start to the season. They're 7th in the conference, but hoping to climb higher. And of course, Chicago, back 2.5 games.
I think for the Heat, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight.
Now here's Jones. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Heat leading by 16. Pass to Mitchell. Let's go with a 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." BA, back to you.
He's finding that balance. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Picked by Vucevic from outside the arc. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the defensive versatility of Bam Adebayo is special, Tim.
Yeah, BA, he can guard 1 through 5, and his offensive game is also versatile. Think about how far he's come since he was drafted. He is a testament to work ethic.
And Chicago has possession after the basket by Miami. Powell surveying the D. Pass to Hero. Shoots over White. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Okoro passes to Jones. Here's Buzelis. It's Vucevic, high post. Over Adebayo. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And he makes it. Hero's got 12.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
To the inside. Vucevic, the pass to White. Okoro outside. White against Hero. And again, no good by Chicago.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Wiggins passes to Hero. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Well, he typically gets about 20 a night, so this is a big-time performance by Tyler Hero.
Pass to Vucevic. Over Adebayo. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Miami Heat with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th quarter. Jaime Jaquez out there with Khalil Ware. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard. Here's Larson on the wing, Mitchell. Adebayo, a screen on White. To the middle. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Jalen Smith.
Wow, you see the strength right there. Adebayo relishes finishing right through the defense.
Yakachonis is checked in for Miami. And Legs, is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
Now here's Dosunmu. Smith outside. Pass to White. Now Dosunmu. Launches a three. And again, Chicago, no good. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Yakachonis. From outside, off the mark. Now here's White. Picked by Smith. Jacks up a three. Rebound Miami. Here's Larson. Pass to Yakachonis. Takes the three. He can't get it to go. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Smith in the high post. Jaquez grabs the board.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Pass to Larson. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Here's Yakachonis. He's guarded by White.
2 minutes.
Pass to Larson. Outside Jaquez. Now Adebayo. He's covered by Dosunmu. And they double up Adebayo. It's hauled in by White. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They have yet to score here in the fourth. A nice shot by Smith.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Larson. He's covered by Dosunmu. Pass to Yakachonis. Just 5 on the clock. Adebayo sets a screen. Again, the Heat misses. Chicago with the ball. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Tyler Hero.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
And the NBA certainly responsive to the fans, Tim, but some say they just want to complain.
Well, the social media era has given fans more of a voice than ever before, but it also breeds shorter attention spans, so the league is right to be proactive.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Miami dominating the game. It's Jaquez on the wing. 55 seconds left in the final quarter. Vucevic with a steal. White looking it over to the paint. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist by White.
Just showing off his passing skills, White sends the ball right into the hands of a ready three-point shooter.
Pass to Jovic. And here's Ware. Lets the three fly. Chicago with a rebound. Left side White to the inside. Here's Buzelis. Some solid D from Jaquez. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Tyler, we know you are never shy. What gives you that confidence to let it fly when the pressure is on?
I like taking the big shot. My teammates, my coaches, they all trust me, put me in the right spots, and sometimes I make a couple big shots here and there.
Well, you give them a reason to trust as well. Congratulations.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's reveal our player of the game, Tyler Herro.